Boys, I just took delivery of a classic from Japan, or is it a glorified BMW Z4? The car's behind me, we're gonna be diving into it in this video, but first, check out last night as I took delivery of this 2021 Toyota Supra. Oh, this is actually one of my dream cars. So delivery is just the end of the story. This story began several months ago when I visited Tokyo, Japan. I went to one of the largest auctions over there and we picked this car up at a very, very cheap price. It was loaded into a container, spent 2 months at sea, and was finally here. Boys, fresh from Japan, there's so much going on. I've literally landed from Barbados a few days ago. We're gonna make a movie, and I definitely made a movie over in Barbados. I'm gonna be working on tons of different cars. No way! Porsche in Barbados. And my little cousin, we got city people. Got the Porsche running, we got a new build, we got an abandoned build. It's all coming up, stay tuned. But for now, let's get back to our Supra from Japan. Japanese Supra.
Airbags or not? No, no airbags.
It's been a while since I've been this excited about the delivery of a car, but after all, it's a Supra directly from Japan. Now, throughout this build series, I will be breaking down all the costs involved. I'll be taking you for the journey of getting this car registered in the UK, but first, I need to get it off the trailer, and here's a first start. Now, after hearing the car start for the first time, I was super excited because that sounds a bit special.
Konnichiwa.
All the screens are still in Japanese. I'll be showing you how I'm going to convert everything back to English. Here I've ran into my first issue because the car has got some unexpected suspension damage, so it's not rolling off the trailer as I'd like. I never planned for all of this, but where there's a way, there's a will.
Where there's a way, there's a will. Where there's a will, there's a will.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Now I'm super eager to get this car off the trailer, into the garage and get stuck in. So here's some shots of how I achieve that.
Have you got a bar or something like that?
That's right there, that's it. Okay, that's fine. And with that, the Supra is finally in the Essen garage.
It's like a Toyota logo on there.
I know.
Look at, mate, look at the inside. It is genuinely, that's a bit, you know what, first time you turned it on, it went bling. I was like, that's a BMW.
So boys, if you pay attention to my videos, I gave a quick preview of the Supra in one of my S4 videos, and I told you the car was in Japan and I'm gonna be getting it. Well, I'm not getting it anymore because it's here. Let's dive into it, do a quick walk around and see what is the problem with this car. So boys, we're gonna start from the rear. All around, the car looks to be in great condition. Have a look at the exhaust. I reckon that's an upgraded exhaust, but I will be jacking the car up. I wanna see exactly what is hidden underneath the car. Got some nice silver tips. Do you know if this is standard? Let me know if that's standard. It doesn't look standard to me, but there's no damage on the rear of the car. And whilst we're at the rear, have a look. I can see tons of plastics and parts. So we're gonna be opening this up. We're gonna remove all of those parts. I wanna see exactly what I've got and what I need to get. The alloys are pretty standard. They're in great condition, but the tires, these are some sort of racing slicks, I believe. Let me know, I might be wrong. I'm gonna get back to the interior, but the interior on this car is special. It's a very, very special interior. But coming down to this driver's side, there's no damage from the wing all the way back. But as you can see here on the bonnet, the pedestrian protection system has activated, and that's caused the rear of the bonnet to pop up. So I'm gonna see if I can reset that or if I need to get a set of new hinges. Now coming around, the only damage on the bonnet that I saw, there's a tiny little dent here. You can barely see it on the camera, but there's a tiny little dent there. And the bumper has got some scuffs right here, some damage right here. but there's not a lot of damage to the front of the car. Bruh, boys, I'm so excited. I've got a Supra. But anyway, here's confirmation of those hinges. You can see that. So the rest of the panels around the car are super clean. The passenger side, the rear, the roof, there's no damage. So far I've had a quick look at the damage on the front end, but I will be diving in a little bit deeper. I want to make sure that this car is ready to go. I've got a buckled alloy that I need to replace, and I also found a coolant leak which I need to investigate. So let's continue going around the car, let's head to the interior. So boys, in Japan, they don't mess around with the spec. When they're speccing their cars, especially if it's a European car, they always go for top spec. So I can see there's carbon fiber everywhere on the center console, but have a look at the seats. You've got that red leather with heated Alcantara centers, and it just looks sick. The steering wheel as well is half and half. Let me know, some people may not like that, but I love it. I think it's sick, I think it's nice. This particular model has got the heads-up display as well, so if you look right there, I don't know if that's a standard feature. However, I'm just happy with the spec, but I'll know more once I tear it apart. I can see if you... Oh, sorry. When you get these cars from Japan, all the service history and stuff comes complete, so all of that's there. And what's that in the passenger seat? Hold on. Oh, boys, get in. Get in. So this looks like the passenger side headlight. If I remove this tape, I can't feel any cracks or anything. Why is there tape on it? Are they hiding something? Oh, why is there tape on the headlight? Okay, well, I can't see any damage, so that seems to be okay. I will plug this all up and make sure that it's actually working. They seem to be the LED matrix headlights, so that is a result. I was not expecting that. Next up, what I want to do is go ahead and open up the car and see what all of this junk is about. But before we dig into the boot, boys, it's only right. It's the next day. Let's give you a cold start. Cold start for the boys. Boys, the smell. I don't know if it's a cold start. I've never worked on one of these cars before, but I can smell like just, you know when you've got a decatted engine? That sounds like it's decatted. And if it's decatted, then maybe it's got a special exhaust and a special downpipe. And if it's got all of that, maybe it's got a special tune. Who knows? It's a Supra from Japan. Anything could be possible. No, that sounds different. That doesn't sound normal. Have a listen to this. That wasn't even sports mode. I've just stuck it in sports mode. Have a listen to this. I might be getting gas for no reason. Let me know if you think it's stock or not. So whilst trying to open the boot, I realized the key wasn't working. However, it starts the car, so I'm hoping it's just a flat battery. So I went ahead and removed everything that I found in the boot, and I was super excited because I found this. So I knew I had the passenger headlight, but the driver headlight is a bonus. And just take a look at all these components that they kept safe in the boot for me. This headlight actually looks to be in good condition. It's just got a broken lens. So I can go ahead and potentially get the lens replaced, or if I pick up a replacement headlight, I've got the modules. This saves so much money. Boys, you don't understand how happy I was when I was just digging in and I saw this bad boy. It's everything for the front end of the car. So it seems like the insurance company over in Japan stripped it all down. In the UK, you're not getting all of this stuff, but they went ahead, packed it in the boot of the car, so that's a plus. What is not a plus is the smell. It's so strong, it's burning my nose. I need to go turn this car off. Alrighty boys, so let's dive into the main bulk of the damage. I need to remove this portion of the control arm, which is broken down there. And there's another bit in there. I will be changing this top section as well. I am a bit gutted, boys, because I saw this. Look at the state of this radiator. I didn't think this was damaged, but boys, in the salvage game, you never know until you do a deep dive, remove all the panels and actually have a look. I get so many DMs of people saying, how much do you think this will cost to repair? I'm like, mate, you cannot make a judgment without digging into the car. The front bumper is held on with all these little cable ties. I'm gonna cut that off, remove the front bumper, and I wanna see what's hiding behind here. So off comes the bumper, and with that out of the way, I can actually see if there's any hidden damage, and to my surprise, there's not a lot going on behind there. What I did find was a broken headlight bracket, so I'll add that to the list of parts that I need to get. Now whilst I'm here, I'm checking for any oil leaks, coolant leaks, and I like to check the reservoir for any signs of oil. Now boys, this is a Toyota Supra. Now if you're a BMW boy, what is that? That sounds like a BMW, but it says Supra. That's a BMW, man. Did you hear it speak to me in Japanese? So in all Japanese cars, there's a toll, because a lot of roads in Japan have got the toll system, and most cars, well, all the cars that I've seen have got this built-in system. So basically it's just saying that the EPC card or the toll roll card, whatever it's called, is not inserted, and it just inserts into this little device here. It's actually something that is installed on the cars from the factory. Ooh, that is a BMW, all BMW, but still, I'm still very happy. Is it touchscreen? Yes, it is. Happy days, get in. So what have we got in here? Bonnet open, lighting system, obviously there's no lights. Oil service required, I will sort that out. Speaking of which, I forgot, let's see if those lights are working. I just wanted to point out, like, this sounds, looks and feels like a BMW. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that. So boys, in this video, I've taken delivery of this 2021 Toyota Supra from Japan. It's an authentic Supra from the motherland of Supras. But is it actually a Supra? Let me know what you think of the car. Let me know what you think of the damage. I've made myself a parts list. I know what I need to get. I know what I need to do. I'm gonna try to order everything in, and that means in the next episode, we will be taking this bad boy for a first drive. You've been saying it for a long time. Oh, we're coming close to you. We are. Devil's Developments broke down. I am turning it's snapped. Fuck's sake. How am I gonna get it back to the garage now? So boys, that was a right touch finding that extra headlight in the boot of the car. So stay tuned for the next episode. Quick update, the caddy, we're gonna be finishing off the caddy, but boys, I've just not been in the right headspace. I wanna be in the best possible headspace to bring the best possible content. So that's why I've literally just left it. But I will be finishing that. That's my baby, man. Like, I want to finish that. And if you guys want to see it, let me know in the comments. As you can see, we went ahead and cut out the entire floor of the caddy, and we will be welding in the floor from the Golf R, fitting the four-wheel drive system, and then this thing should be ready to roll. The Porsche Taycan, I've stripped it down. This thing, man, it needs not that many parts, but the parts are expensive and they're very hard to come by. So I've located the driver air suspension strut, that's £1,000. The hub, I realized the hub is broken, another £1,000. But more importantly, I need a complete airbag kit, and also I need, Porsche's got it on back order, this complete top chassis arm. It comes as one giant unit and is riveted on to the main chassis leg down there. So that is the hold up. I'm waiting to get this, and then I can go ahead and strip this all down, get this broken one removed from the car, fit a new one, and then reassemble everything. And then this car is ready to be driven. I've got big plans for this car, so stay tuned for that. Next video, we're gonna be jumping straight in, because if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed, make sure your bells are on, because you're not gonna wanna miss this one. Boy, it's gonna be crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one.